Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Roxamore Sports Network pregame report. Travis Newton with you for the Pittsburgh Public City League Championship here from the Peterson Events Center. We have the Allderdice Dragons and the Westinghouse Bulldogs for what is set to be an exciting championship game. We'll get you started with the key performers, starting with the 1 seed Allderdice. It's going to be the point guard, Emma Waite. Call her the point god because she is in control of this offense. She does it all for them. She initiates, she starts it with the defense, and then she has a great knack at finishing at the rim, even though she is a smaller player. And then for the Westinghouse Bulldogs, look out for Camille Andrews. She's the biggest player that's going to be on the court for either team tonight. She leads the team in points and rebounds, so look for her to be active on both sides of the ball. And really, it's going to be all about the defensive pressure. We saw Allderdice come out in their semifinal game against Carrick and completely dominate in an 85-14 victory. So look for the Westinghouse Bulldogs to slow them down. Westinghouse is more of a slow-playing team, even though they have a lot of athletes on their team. And for Westinghouse on the offensive side, look for them to just avoid the turnovers. We saw Allderdice create a lot of turnovers in their semifinal game. So if they can keep the turnovers down, make shots when they need them, it should be a good result for Westinghouse. And then for Allderdice, they have a ton of offensive scorers and players that can do it on both sides of the ball. So look for them to just play their game. They're the top-seeded team, and they've shown that throughout the season with the 21-2 record. So we're just minutes away from tip-off here on the Roxamore Sports Network. We'll see you there here at Peterson Events Center, City League Championship.
The Roxamore Sports Network starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you feel that? Tell me, can you feel that? You see it coming? Yeah, let me help you with your vision. They losing their sight here. Time to send the world a message they might hear. Like Meek Mills, I'm making it quite clear. I'm chasing my dreams and fighting my nightmares. I'm going real hard. I'm talking words you understand. I'm talking real bars. I'm going everywhere you know. I'm talking real far. Yeah, it's time to raise a toast to this thing till I love the most. As I go from coast to coast, I'm talking north side, I'm talking south side, I'm talking east side, I'm talking west side. I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, it's time to let you know how I spit it when I flow. When I go and light a fuse and I set to let it blow. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, time to check my status and the GOAT is what it be. And you know I'm over 30, so my level is a G. And I may be from the hood, but I'm way beyond these streets. And my pockets hate a diet, so they always down to eat. Even though they screaming fame, and it's always spelling me. And I'll never hang it up till my mission is complete. And I'm looking at you haters, I suggest you take a seat. Cause it's all fun and games to a killer show his teeth. This is for them cats that be screaming homies. Claiming that you're real, but we know you're phony. Now I'm chilling with my sons, they my one and only. Like the Turner brothers, yeah, we screaming lions only. Step into this den, I welcome all who will dare. Never met a David, tell me whom shall I fear? Gotta rep the nation, black and gold is what I wear. If you look to your left, to your right, I'm everywhere. I'm talking north side, I'm talking south side, I'm talking east side, I'm talking west side. I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, it's time to let you know how I spit it when I flow. When I go and light a fuse and I set to let it blow.
Here on the Roxamore Sports Network, Travis Newton with you as they are just introducing the rosters for Westinghouse. Starting out, we'll have Aaron Bowens. And then Robin, Arrington, Epperson. So that'll be the backcourt for the Westinghouse Bulldogs. Starting in the front court, number 50, Camille Andrews, the star of this team, 6'1", leads in rebounds and points on the season. Next up, we got Janiyah Beasley, number 32. And then finally, to round out this starting lineup, DeJounte Glover will finish things off here for the Westinghouse Bulldogs. Westinghouse comes in with a record of 14-5 overall, 7-3 in conference, and they're coming off a semifinal win against the Obama Academy by a score of 41-30 to punch their ticket here to the University of Pittsburgh, the Peterson Event Center, for the City League Championship game. And now the starting lineup for Allderdice, it's going to be number 2, Brooklyn Jones, getting the start. She'll be followed by the star of this team, the point guard that does it all, number 3, Emma Waite. Also starting, we're going to go 2, 3, 4 to number 4, Sophia North. Next up, we got Nautica Burwell. She'll be getting the start in the front court for this Allderdice team. She's followed by number 25, Sydney Lightning, just a sophomore for this team, but the tallest player on the team in white and green. So look for her to have an impact on the glass throughout the evening. She did in their last game when they took on Carrick, the Carrick Raiders. They defeated them emphatically by a score of 85-14. Overall, they come into this game with a record of 21-2, 11-0 in the City League Conference. So we're just seconds away here from the Peterson Event Center live on the Roxamore Sports Network. We'd like to thank you all for joining us today. A reminder, we will be covering the men's City League Championship game following this, where once again it'll be Allderdice, but this time taking on the Obama Academy. So we're going to take a quick break and pause for the national anthem. We'll be right back with the start of the City League Championship game.
Side here at the University of Pittsburgh. Opening tip. It'll be Andrews against Lightning.
I would definitely think that. Hello, welcome to the Roxamore Sports Network. We are live here for the City League Championship in the girls basketball division as we have a turnover by number 50, Camille Andrews. So far scoreless here to start the game. Westinghouse Bulldogs won the tip. And now it's Allderdice ball after the turnover. Looks like a 1-3-1 defense for Westinghouse coming out. Look for them to run out to the three-point line. Allderdice against this 1-3-1 zone is going to want to use that baseline jumper, and they try it there. Sophia North no good. The foul on the shot. And that'll be number 11, Nautica Burwell, going to the line for two. That's definitely the game plan here for the Westinghouse Bulldogs, is keep Allderdice off the three-point line, and then once they do put up a shot, find a body, box out. They get a lot of their points off second chance opportunities. And for Westinghouse, they have the size advantage. They have the arm length advantage. Look for them to clog that paint area, and then on the offensive side, work it down into the paint. As like we saw in the semifinal round, Allderdice going to work that full court zone pressure. Westinghouse with numbers, had her early on but didn't see her. And now that's going to be another turnover for Westinghouse, and this is exactly what Allderdice wants. Create turnovers and then capitalize on the offensive side. Emma Waite, the floor general for this team in white and green. Allderdice, the home team. Pass across the top of that zone. Kick out and a nice look inside. That mid-range jumper is good. Nautica Burwell, the tallest player, second tallest player actually on this starting lineup, gets it done in the post. Scores the first points of the game. And now a battle for the ball here on the near sideline. And here comes numbers for Allderdice once again after creating the turnover. And a fancy finish with the left hand. That was number 2, Brooklyn Jones, getting it done here for the Allderdice Dragons. So they work out to a quick lead after already creating 5 turnovers against Westinghouse. They're ahead 5-0 with 5:17 left in the first period. So we're going to go ahead and take a short break here on the Roxamore Sports Network with the timeout. We'll be right back. So it's going to be Westinghouse ball coming out of the Westinghouse timeout. They're coached by head coach Phyllis Jones, which is also the athletic director for Westinghouse High School. Their assistant coach, Che Tyler. Once again, Westinghouse coming in with a record of 14-5. So 5 minutes here in the opening period of play. Westinghouse still looking for their first bucket of the game, but it's going to be another turnover. It's a 2-on-2. Emma Waite smooth with the right hand off the glass, showing off on the offensive side. So the lead now moves to 7-0 in favor of Allderdice, and another turnover. Emma Waite to Sophia North. Mid-range jumper, pure. And already a 9-point lead here for Allderdice, and no solutions early on for the Bulldogs of Westinghouse. Nearly another turnover, but it may produce an offensive opportunity. No good on the bunny with the left hand. She follows it and puts it back up. That was number 32, Janiah Beasley, getting it done. And now a timeout from Allderdice head coach Ellen Gouliard in her 4th season with the team. We're going to get another 30-second timeout. Goliard not happy with how that defensive pressure turned into easy points for Westinghouse. So it's going to be the first bucket of the game for the team in black and blue. The score 9-2. 4 timeouts remaining for each team. The buzzer sounds as we will soon return back to action. We'd like to thank you all for joining us here on the Roxamore Sports Network for the Pittsburgh Public City League Championship live from the University of Pittsburgh, the Peterson Event Center. Chilly day here in the Pittsburgh area, but you can't ask for better weather here in the gym as Allderdice looking to grow their lead. They're ahead by 7. Perimeter passing for the Dragons. Pull-up jumper, this time no good by Sophia North. Kick out up top. North thought about checking another one. Let's see what Emma Waite can create. Thought she got fouled, took a hard tumble, and instead we're going to get a jump ball as she comes up limping. So it'll be a baseline inbounds for Allderdice. Sophia North bringing it in. Emma Waite kick out, thought about the 3. The zone's starting to fall apart for Westinghouse. It had its form with the 1-3-1, but now kind of just sinking into a blob inside the paint as Lightning strikes early. She gets the mid-range jumper fading away off her left foot. Sydney Lightning scored in double digits in the semifinal game against the Carrick Raiders, but then again, who didn't? The team putting up 85 points in the semifinal round. And now another intercepted pass here for Allderdice, coming fast on the break, had it stripped away. Kick out, Emma Waite, chance from 3, up and good. The Division III commit to the Rochester Technical Institute sinks it from downtown and pushes her team's lead to 12 points, 14-2 early on here in the first. Trying to answer back with the 3 of their own. Westinghouse can't convert. Now a mad dash for the ball. Sophia North, the reverse layup goes strong to the hoop and finishes the bucket, the foul, and a chance for the 3-point play. So now some substitutions coming in for Westinghouse as they're going to call another timeout. This time will be a full timeout, so we'll take a short break here during the timeout and bring it right back to the live action here on the Roxamore Sports Network.
Trouble can find anyone. At Frank Walker Law, we take the time to understand your situation and work tirelessly on your behalf. Hard-hitting representation when you need it the most. A real law firm getting real results.
I can hear you when you're on it. Hello and welcome back to the Roxamore Sports Network. Travis Newton with you, and it's a 16-2 lead for the Allderdice Dragons. I'm now joined by LaRon Rockymore. LaRon, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, glad to be here, Trav. It's an honor to be here. Thank you for everything. I'm excited for this game. I'm excited for this, all this upcoming action on our way here.
And with Allderdice at the line, let's talk about a future event we have coming up here on the Roxamore Sports Network. Starting up in the spring, we have the Golden Gloves Boxing Tour, which you'll be participating in here in a couple weekends from now. Just tell me what your anticipation is like coming into this this Golden Gloves tournament.
My anticipation is, seeing a lot of good fighters come together from around the world to Pittsburgh and start up this national tournament. And, we'll all come together and give the best of the best on what we got to offer, And I'm excited. I'm extremely excited because I get to take part in that, to show everyone what I got, what it takes. This will be my 3rd Golden Glove. I'm just hoping for the best, and I'm praying that everybody, pulls through, no injuries, all safety, and to become victorious in the end.
All right, we'll talk more boxing later. Right now, we have a baseline inbounds for Westinghouse. They find themselves down by 16 already here with just 2:04 remaining in the first period of play, but maybe a little bit of life there on the easy bucket down inside after the offensive follow. And we know this Allderdice team isn't going to take their foot off the gas pedal. Led by Emma Wade, she takes it inside amongst the trees. Can't get it to go. Once again, wanting the foul. She hits the deck. But another turnover already for Westinghouse, nearly in double digits with 9 turnovers.
See if she takes the shot.
Had a chance at the open 3, but decided to pull up instead. Mid-range jumper. Oh, and a great look. Emma Waite, no look inside. The Lightning gets it to go.
Shot.
So now wanting a travel. And LaRon, it's been all Allderdice to start this game. They already have a 20-4 lead after winning 85-14 in their last game. It looks like it may be a same result here.
Yeah, it's just, it's coming on strong for Allderdice, but Westinghouse got to pull through. They got to pull through. She has to make these free throw shots. They have to get back in this.
And Westinghouse is certainly not a losing team. They come in with a very good record of 14-5, 7-3 in conference, as that's going to be Camille Andrews, the star for this team, at the line for 2. She hits the first. So Westinghouse now with 5 points, make it 6 as she drills both free throws, and Andrews will come out. She'll be subbed by Myasia Stephen. And we'll see, Westinghouse has been sitting in this zone throughout the game. Let's see if they can get into some man-to-man defense or even bring it up to some full court pressure to kind of take Allderdice out of their game. And Emma Waite throwing her hand down, thought she had the and one, instead is going to be called for a traveling violation on the step through. And here comes the full court pressure. It's going to be 2-2-1 on the full court press. And that creates another turnover. Westinghouse is
right
very
back
anxious.
with the ball.
So a scrum for the ball, and we're going to get another traveling violation. So
Westinghouse must really pull through. They must really pull through.
So you're coming off a loss in the last chance qualifier. Does that kind of create a little chip on your shoulder as you go into this Golden Glove season?
Not at all. Actually, it makes me want to fight a lot harder than I did last year. 2020 bring a new me, turn over a new leaf, not take any losses at all this year.
And what are your personal goals for this upcoming Golden Glove season?
My personal goals is to be at the top, just fight my way to the top. Once I get there, I just stay there, and I just claim it and I earn it.
And Allderdice earning everything here. Back on the offensive side, a nice block, but they're going to get called for a foul. Looked like she may have clipped her on the head. That foul is going to be called on number 22, LaDeja Floyd. So that'll send Sophia North to the charity stripe for the pair. So the score 20-6, just 3.8 ticks remaining here in the first period of play. And Sophia North adds to her point total, is good on the first free throw attempt. North, back iron, gets the generous bounce. And so at 3 seconds left, it's going to be a heave for Westinghouse. Instead, it's an Allderdice steal once again. So the end the quarter, and Westinghouse is just being depleted on the offensive side with turnovers. So the score as we go to the break at the end of the first quarter, it's 22-6. We'll be right back here on this Roxamore Sports Network for the rest of the second quarter coverage. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Roxamore Sports Network. Travis Newton here, joined by LaRon Rockymore for the Pittsburgh Public City League Championship from the Peterson Event Center. Westinghouse finds himself behind big 22-6 as we start the second period of play. Inside, a nice block by Nautica Burwell. And we're going to get a tie-up, the jump ball. Possession goes back to Allderdice in white and green.
Let's see what Allderdice is going to do with it.
And we see Allderdice. We saw him in the semifinal round sticking with usually that starting five. They'll sub one or two players in, but a lot of run for this starting five unit, and they come out as a group together here.
Ooh, strong foul.
It's going to be a foul on Sydney Lightning, and going to the line, it's going to be Erin Bowen's chance to get hit her first points of the game. And I like seeing this speed coming out in the second quarter for the Westinghouse Bulldogs. They started out a little bit slow, a little bit lachrymose, but they come out fast here and get to the free throw line for a chance at some easy points. So Bowens misses the first, unable to capitalize at the line, 0 for 2. Ball trickles out of bounds. Possession will stick with the team in black. Nice look inside, see if she can finish. No, but a nice pass. Misses that one long, and here comes Allderdice on the run again. Numbers are even. Doesn't matter to Emma Waite. She tosses it up, no good.
You know, I think Westinghouse just needs to slow it down just a little bit, take their time with it, and slow the ball down. Just take their time, call out a play, and set up the shots.
That is a big difference at the high school level, figuring out what's going fast and moving athletically throughout your offense and what's going too fast and being reckless and leading to a lot of turnovers. So far, they've been pretty reckless here in this first half, but it's nice to see them slow down, get into their offensive set, and then run the court whenever they need to. As a near turnover there with players on the ground, that should be numbers for Westinghouse. No good off the glass, trying it again with the left. Another shot put up after 2 consecutive offensive rebounds, but a traveling violation called instead. And in comes Camille Andrews, and you can tell they're missing her out there on the court, standing at 6'1", the tallest player for either team. We heard the Allderdice cheerleading squad in the semifinal game. They're back here for the championship and louder than ever down there on their home team's baseline. So pace and possession here for Allderdice. Now going to jack a 3, Sophia North. Rebound by Lightning. Good ball movement around the perimeter. Emma Waite thought she had it. Also took contact, could have been called a foul. Waite nearly traveled, but turns it over anyways. That's just the third turnover of the game for Allderdice, playing very smart basketball early on. Fighting for it in the paint. We're going to get a push-off, and that will be Camille Andrews racking up another foul as she was just kind of bully her way down in the paint. So the second foul now on Andrews. Checking back in will be DeJohnny Glover. LaRon, it really just looks like there's no organization to this offensive set for Westinghouse. They tried to get it into their big player, but she's getting double teamed, of course. They did the scouting report. Allderdice has a smart coaching staff and just hounding her down there in the paint. Yeah, that possession, I thought Westinghouse was just looking for one player at that time instead of using their whole arsenal. You know, they can use some more, threes during this time right now at this moment being down 22-6. So as LaRon mentioned, the score 22-6 with 5:20 remaining in the second period. Another near turnover for Westinghouse, tipped away, but possession will stick with the Bulldogs. Once again, we'd like to remind you, at the conclusion of this game, we'll be sending it to the men's basketball division for the City League Championship, as Allderdice will be taking on the Obama Academy. Allderdice coming off a win against Westinghouse in the men's division. Obama Academy beat Brashear. Chance for three here for the Bulldogs, and finally they get something going. That's Erin Bowen sticking it from downtown, and she was even behind the college three-point line there as she sunk it.
I believe that was a lot better, the fact that they slowed it down, took our time to shoot the ball. See, as they just turned it over, moving too fast with the ball, they must slow it down. They got to slow it down.
And now Allderdice with numbers. A nice look by Emma Waite. She's been on the floor all day, taking a lot of contact. She gets up limping once again. Looks like she'll be okay, staying in the game. And checking in now is number 1, Zendaya Murray. She'll be grabbing Sophia North. So a little bit of life here for the Westinghouse Bulldogs after hitting that big three. They've also created a number of turnovers here in the second period against Allderdice, kind of slowing down the white team's offense. Lightning no good on the jumper. Bobbled around, now possession back out to Allderdice. Emma Waite going to try another three, high arcing shot. Misses way short, but a nice offensive rebound there for number 10, Kira Coleman. Coleman getting it done on the offensive glass. Ron, one difference we may see with this Westinghouse offense is that Allderdice is pulled away from that full court pressure, going back to the half court defense. So maybe giving a little bit of breathing room for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I got to give it to Allderdice's defense. They aren't allowing Westinghouse to score, and they're actually staying on top of the ball everywhere they go.
And a nice looking jumper there, number 12, Makita Logan. And we saw in the semifinal game, this Allderdice team plays as a team. There's no real individuals. They work it around. They have great ball movement, great passing, and they just know where each other are. We talked to their coach. Will be the 6th straight year that this unit has been playing together, whether it's AAU or Summer League basketball. So they definitely have that chemistry you need from a championship team.
Yeah, Allderdice is a well put together team. Their girls definitely respond to each other. Right pace, right timing, right vision for each other. They definitely see the court, see each other, pass it around, give each other open shots. Definitely a good team.
And there's a reason they are the 60th ranked women's basketball team in the state of Pennsylvania with a 21-2 record, coached by Ellen Gouliard in her 4th season at the helm. So it's been a slow offensive quarter as Westinghouse now goes into a 2-3 zone, breaking away from that 1-3-1. 24-11 the score as we're past the halfway mark here in the second period of play. As it's going to be another three jacked by Allderdice, nowhere near the mark there, and air ball as Westinghouse comes back with it. And no real point guard for this Westinghouse team. They kind of just, whoever gets the rebound brings it up the court. As a nice look and a finish from the three-point line. Another tray ball for the Bulldogs as they come closer now within 10 points, a chance to make this a single possession game.
Yeah, Westinghouse keeps this up. They could probably come back in and keep the defense up as well. They're doing a lot better on defense this time around.
A nice look inside by Kira Coleman is squandered, and here comes the double team. As Allderdice might want to think about getting into that full court pressure, but maybe a little bit of fatigue here as they don't really have many players coming off the bench. Another jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Bulldogs in the black and blue.
Allderdice got a big change and switch in their teammates here. 3 different subs.
Chance to make this just a single-digit lead for Allderdice, who's ahead 24-14.
Here we go. Let's see what Westinghouse got.
So Westinghouse going to get the inbound nearing the backcourt, but they'll slow down their offense, try and create an offensive set here.
They must continue to take their time. They must.
Man-to-man defense. Actually, it looks like maybe a zone here for Allderdice, kind of just sinking into the paint. And like you mentioned, they are going to slow down this. A big possession here, a chance to bring it in within single digits. Calling for it at the three-point line. She was asking for it. She put it up short. Battle for the rebound goes out of bounds and possession back to Allderdice. So let's see if after a big stop by Allderdice, if they can come back on the offensive side and get a much-needed bucket here nearing the final minute of the first half. Emma Waite out of options there, but she has a teammate cutting up. Nautica Burwell, chance at the mid-range, baseline jumper. Gets her own rebound, another miss. Now Coleman. And padding the stats here are the Allderdice Dragons, fighting for it. 4 offensive rebounds in a row, but unable to get it in the cylinder. And a turnover, actually a foul being called on Sophia North.
I believe Westinghouse must do better, a lot better on the perimeter defense. You know, when Allderdice is out on the perimeter, they always find one man open. And I believe Westinghouse should at least, you know, try to at least lock all the perimeters, you know, lock that down. If they can lock the perimeter down, only keep the inside locked in, they can all close in on the inside and possibly force the turnover.
Now checking in for Allderdice for the first time in this playoff series, it's going to be the sophomore 5'2" guard, 5'7" guard, Piper Reck. Westinghouse once again struggling to get the ball in on the inbounds as we're under a minute in the first half. Battle for the ball. Sophia North doing a good job getting on the court and making the play happen. 50-50 balls. Allderdice will win all game, and they've shown it here. Emma Waite had a nice look at the basket, but just a little bit over anxious on the shot attempt. And another wild shot for the Bulldogs. Here comes Emma Waite again, a one-on-one. Who has the better move? Emma Waite hits the deck, and for her further development going into the college game, I'd like to see her try and stay on her feet a little bit more. If you're always falling to the ground, it's going to be a lot tougher to get those fouls because their officials know you're just going to go to the deck. But here come the Bulldogs holding under 10 seconds. They're going to take the final shot of the half. A chance to bring it within single digits. They put up the three, no good. Offensive rebound. Wanting a foul, won't get it, so that'll be the end of the first half. Some fast action, but the Bulldogs, after falling behind fast, they find a way to reel it back in the second period, and it's just a 10-point lead for the favored Allderdice, 24-14. So we'll take a 10-minute break here at the half. Stay tuned for the Roxamore halftime report. We'll be right back.
Pardon me, ma'am. My Sound Wireless Delivery, the Line Edition?
Hello and welcome back to the Roxamore Sports Network. Today's game is brought to you by Maggie Jason's Listings. Are you looking for a realtor to work hard for you? You found her. Maggie Jason's Listings encompass staging, professional photography, information boxes with top-grade promo cards, open houses, and target marketing. To learn more about her featured listings, call 412-999-9528. We'd also like to thank Wilson's Night Out. Come to Wilson's Night Out not just for a night out, but for an experience of Caribbean cuisine. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. with specialty drinks. Looking for that certain room to host parties, meetings, social events, receptions, repasts, and more? Wilson's Night Out is the place to be. So we're going to go ahead and take another break here on the Roxamore Sports Network. We'll be right back with the Roxamore Halftime Report. Stay tuned.
Hi, welcome to Fit for Boxing Club.
Here at Fit for Boxing, you'll find a fast, fun, and effective workout where you can burn up to 1,000 calories. Come try a free class at Fit for Boxing, where beginners are always welcome. It's fun for the whole family, people of all ages. Old or young, it doesn't matter. In addition to our trainer-led workouts, we also offer private lessons, community fundraiser and team building events for local companies and more.
Hi, my name's Mary. I've been a member at Fit4 Boxing for a little over a year now. If you need to get a good workout in, come to Fit4 Boxing, and Rich and his staff will take care of each and every one of you.
Fit for Boxing Club is located in Hampton Township, just outside of the city of Pittsburgh on William Flynn Highway. Come learn how to box and have fun. Call Fit for Boxing Club at 412-213-3584 or visit our website at www.fit4boxingclub.com.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Roxamore Sports Network here for the halftime report. It's the Allderdice Dragons versus the Westinghouse Bulldogs, and it started out all Allderdice, but the Bulldogs made a nice little run there in the second quarter to bring it to a 10-point game. I'm Travis Newton, joined alongside LaRon Rockymore. And LaRon, right before we went to the halftime break, you said that Bulldogs team at the end of the half looked a little rattled. What were you seeing from them?
Yeah, I seen a lot of frustration. You know, they were moving a little too fast. I believe their pace should be a lot slower. You know, take their time, place their shots, see the right person, see the open person. Don't just look for just one person. I saw a lot how they were looking for the big man inside. Try to use, the interior a lot more, but, use it smartly. Don't just always, pass it to the big man. Definitely stay out on the perimeter. They were making a good bit of three-point shots coming back. Now within a 10-point deficit, I believe they can, use the perimeter a lot more. Use that to their advantage, find the open man, use it.
And you talked about the big man, that's 6'1", Andrews inside. They've really been forcing it to her instead of working the ball around the perimeter and then getting it into her when she has one player on her. They kind of wait till she's kind of crowded down in the paint. But then for the Allderdice Dragons, they started out hot. What were you seeing from them in the second period that were leading to some struggles?
Allderdice, I think, with Allderdice, they were using their perimeter shots a lot. I think they just got to, make their shots. You know, they were making a lot of shots during the perimeter. They were doing really good on the fast break. Definitely playing really good defense, causing turnovers for Westinghouse. I believe that, you know, if they take more advantage of their fast break, slow the ball down, when they would run on the fast breaks and go too fast and miss the layup, those are easy points. You gotta take advantage of those.
So that's the halftime report for the basketball game. Let's talk a little bit more about boxing. So, of course, in a couple weekends from now on Saturday, you have the Golden Gloves match. What's your training schedule looking like now a couple weeks out?
Training schedule, I'm working really hard. You know, every time get in the gym, you know, spar. You know, always in the ring work, ring shape. You know, and then whenever times I'm not in the gym, I make up for it. You know I gotta study because I'm in college right now. I go to Penn State University, but when I make up for it, I'm usually in the gym, running on the treadmill, you know, pushing weights and doing all this conditioning for my body so I can get ready and be victorious.
All right, you heard it here from LaRon the Lion Rockymore. We have just under 2 minutes left here before the start of the second half. We'll send it right back to you here on the Roxamore Sports Network. Hello and welcome back to the Roxamore Sports Network. Travis Newton joined alongside LaRon Rockymore as we get ready for second half play here from the Peterson Events Center here on the campus of the University of Pittsburgh. And the score, 24-14, Allderdice leads over the Westinghouse Bulldogs. Allderdice looking for their second straight City League championship last year, beating the Obama Academy, so they're back and looking for championship number 2 in 2 years. It'll be the same starting five here for Allderdice with Brooklyn Jones, Emma Waite, Sophia North, Nautica Burwell, and Sydney Lightning.
Westinghouse went back with a little frustration. I'm hoping they can come out, pull through. Hope the halftime, they just process what they needed to do better, and they come out strong.
And it'll be the same starting lineup for the Bulldogs with Aaron Bowens, Robin Arrington Epperson, Dejanya Glover, Janiyah Beasley, and Camille Andrews. So we'll see if that Westinghouse defense can continue to bother the Allderdice offense. Look at the active hands up in the air on the 2-3 zone.
This is a lot better on the perimeter defense. A lot better. No open man is there. They all have their hands up.
Turnaround pop no good, and a rebound by Camille Andrews. Dangerous pass, working it to head. And it looks like it may have taken this Westinghouse team a half to wake up. Early game here starting at 12 o'clock, but they look ready to play here in the second half. As we say that, a turnover gives it right back to Allderdice. They started the game in the first period alone with 10 turnovers, and they really limited them in the second quarter. Definitely don't want to start back out on that track. Good hands once again, trying to dish it down. Now North, a wide open three-point shot off front iron. Rebound tracked by Westinghouse. As we see the Obama Academy men's team making their way into the stadium. We saw the Allderdice men's team chilling behind us during the halftime report. And what should be a great matchup. And that's going to be another foul.
I'm still seeing a lot of frustration from Westinghouse right now. I'm hoping they can just relax, take their time.
And Emma Waite, a very uncharacteristic pass there. She was trying to do her Tom Brady impression from three-quarter court, rifling it down the court, but with the trees that Westinghouse has, probably not a good idea, but the Bulldogs are going to give it right back as a slow start for both teams here to get ready in the second half. So it's going to be Allderdice ball after both teams give it up. 2-3 zone for the Westinghouse Bulldogs. Allderdice around the perimeter. Now inside to Burwell. Nautica, no good, but the foul called. And it's actually going to be a traveling violation, so another turnover for Allderdice as they come out here stale to start the second half. And here they go back in the full court pressure, see if they can alter this offensive attack for Westinghouse, who really struggled with the full court in the first.
I believe the full court press is really helping Allderdice with the defense. They're causing Westinghouse to move too fast with the ball, causing turnovers.
And Nautica Burwell passed up on a wide open layup, a little bit out of rhythm there, but she goes ahead and gets it right back for the mid-range jumper. She's really been doing it all for this team on the offensive side, in the paint and with her mid-range jump shot. A wild shot, but draws the foul. North can't believe it, as she has to contain herself to avoid the technical foul, but it will be number 20 and Arrington Epperson going to the line for the deuce. Of course, this weekend, a big time for basketball, the NBA and their All-Star break, as the All-Star game will be held today, along with the three-point contest and dunk contest. So splitting the pair there will be Arrington Epperson, and now an 11-point lead for Allderdice. They're ahead 26-15 with 5:11 left in the third quarter. So they're going to get a foul on the Bulldogs, and now a baseline inbounds for the Dragons. I'm going to get a stoppage in play here to check and make sure the foul is called on the right person. It's going to go to Makita Logan, her second foul of the game. Good ball movement once again. Jump shot, no good. Rebound by Westinghouse. Here they come on the fast break. Corner three up. Good rotation, in and out, almost sunk it. And now Lightning fighting for it, gets the rebound.
Allderdice pulling on a little fast. Let's see what they can do.
Now a pull-up jumper by Sophia North, pulling right up at the elbow. Pop, drop, shot, gets the two-point bucket. Westinghouse behind in the numbers. It was a 2-on-3 with Lightning, the big man, down in the post.
They got to slow it down.
I was just about to say that layup was rushed. She could have composed and had a nice look at the basket, but just kind of tossed it up as a nice push-ahead pass to North will extend the lead once again, and Allderdice finding their groove here in the third period after a lackluster start. They're now ahead by 15 points, 30-15. What have you liked here in this turnaround by Allderdice?
Allderdice, you know, they're definitely slowing themselves down on our fast breaks. You know, it's giving them more time to place that layup, to get that easy 2 points, to keep that lead. Right now they're up by 15. All they have to do is keep the lead for the next 2 quarters. And for Westinghouse, there's a lot of frustration over there. They got to talk to one another. They got to communicate. They have to communicate.
We have a little bit of time here left before the end of the timeout, about 30 seconds. So let's talk boxing. A big fight coming up in the professionals with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Who do you got in that one and why?
Honestly, I gotta give it to. I mean, Deontay Wilder. He's a lot more poised now. You know, he takes his time placing his shot, and it's a very lethal shot. And I don't know if Tyson Fury can take a few more of them, but it's definitely a lethal shot. Tyson Fury, on the other hand, the Gypsy King, he's, you know, really good, really poised. You know, definitely a very skilled fighter. I believe he's more skilled than Deontay Wilder, so I got to give it to Tyson Fury.
You talked about with Deontay Wilder a lethal shot, and it actually got him into a little bit of trouble before his previous fight with Tyson Fury, saying that he wasn't going to get up off the mat after he connected with him. What do you feel about that level of trash talk at the professional level?
I believe, you know, trash talk is necessary. You know, it keeps it interesting. You know, keeps people wanting to watch, wanting to see, wanting to see all the action, want to get all the action happening. You know, and I think it keeps people amped up for what's next and what's coming up.
Well, that fight certainly will be must-watch. We have a must-watch battle here for the City League Championship. Westinghouse finding themselves behind, trying the three-point attempt was Bowen's, a fight for it. And after it was ping-ponged around, possession will stick with the Bulldogs. They're behind by 15 with 3:46 left here in the third period of play. We get a baseline inbound, so it'll be Janiyah Beasley, one of the stars on this Bulldogs team. She'll be inbounding it. Oh, and just terrible spacing there by the Bulldogs. They had Camille Andrews fighting for it in the paint. She's going to draw the double team now, and we talked about that earlier. They had a nice look at her with a one-on-one, but it was clogged down there in the paint, and then once she did receive the double, they decided to bring it in. So just bad spacing there by the Bulldogs resulted in another turnover.
Really good defense by Allderdice.
And we talked about at the half, they definitely did their scouting report. They came in and knew that Camille Andrews was the star of this team, leading the team in both rebounds and scoring. They've done a good job of keeping her silent throughout this game.
Yeah, they're getting her really frustrated. You know, she just keep her composure.
So 3:29 left here in the third period. And another turnover by Allderdice gives it right back to the Bulldogs of Westinghouse High School. For those of you just joining us, Westinghouse in the black uniforms with blue lettering, and Allderdice in the white uniforms with green lettering. Once again, we will be here for the men's game as a nice block inside. Lightning gets it ahead, pushing it forward. The right-handed layup, good off glass. That's number 23, Avanye Jordan. Now Jordan actually make that Murray trying to step in for the charge at the midcourt line. And we're going to get a foul called on the Bulldogs, so they give it right back to Allderdice. And of course, basketball is a game of runs, and we've seen Allderdice exhibiting that today. They've had their up and downs in this game, but when they're up, they're definitely up big. So Emma Waite in there. A bit of a smaller lineup in for Allderdice now, with the exception of Lightning. Emma Waite, the off-balance hook shot. Can't get it to fall. Now loose ball, fight for it down in the paint, and another jump ball. Possession goes back to the Bulldogs.
And it's definitely good to see Allderdice playing. You know, when they do play, watching their previous games before, they usually have a lot of blowout leads, and it's actually really good.
It's always good to see some competition, especially in the championship game, as that run out results into Nikita Logan. We talked about blowouts. Their semifinal game was one of the biggest blowouts I've ever seen at the high school level, an 85-14 victory over the Carrick Raiders. And Carrick just simply outmatched against this proven Allderdice team. Baseline drive had it stripped away, and another fast break here for Westinghouse, a wild pass on the baseline. Now the three-point shot. Battle, and now a foul. It's going to be charged on Avion Jordan. That'll be her first foul. And now a trip to the free throw line for LaDeja Floyd. Floyd gets the first one to go, so the lead for Allderdice now at 14 with 2:11. And we talked about runs. Westinghouse is going to need to make a little bit of a run of their own here. They're down by double digits.
Yes, definitely. They must turn up on the defense and turn up on the offense, not necessarily forcing their shots, but taking their time to find the open man.
And certainly plenty of time for a gradual comeback for Westinghouse, but against this Allderdice team, nothing's given with such offensive firepower. But if they continue to turn it over, it's definitely going to give Westinghouse a great shot. And Emma Waite, a nice strip away, tried to save it from going out of bounds, ended up banking it off the back of the backboard there. So just under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Another three-point attempt, way off the mark, and here comes Emma Waite, a 3-on-0 as she gets it ahead to Nautica Burwell, easy with the right hand off the glass. You talk about getting numbers on the fast break. You couldn't ask for anything more. And a nice feed inside, getting it to Andrews. Missed the first, got her own, and put it back up, drawing the foul. And those are the kind of looks you need to get into Andrews. In transition, when the defense doesn't get a chance to rotate in for that double team, they found her there, and now a chance to get easy two from the line.
Yeah, and she must continue to use her height and size to, take the advantage of the scoring. She can definitely take easy shots, because Allderdice has a lot of smaller people than she is.
So she'll split the pair, hitting the first, missing the second. Allderdice fast on the break once again. A robbery as Nautica Burwell had it stolen from her. And Emma Waite once again with great hustle. Oh, and you can't do that, saving it on her own basket. And that results in an easy two for number 40 as Shanti Richardson. Oh, and a little bit of fast break action as a full court pass ahead to Nautica Burwell as we're going back and forth with some body blows here in the third period. So after about 45 seconds of just a track meet between the two teams, we slow it down a little bit. The score, 36-21, will lead back to 15 for Allderdice. Once again, that's going to be inside for Andrews. Camille Andrews getting it done, and they're finding a little bit of a rhythm with her down in the paint.
Allderdice will have to try to stop them from getting her second chance points. She's taking a whole lot of them.
Let's see if Allderdice has an answer. No, they won't. A traveling violation. That's going to be called on Brooklyn Jones as another substitution coming in. It's going to be Zendaya Murray. And we've seen her being a spark plug for this team. She comes in telling her team to settle down, and really that's what they need to do. They have a pretty commanding lead here as time's ticking down in the third. Just settle down, find your shot, and keep that lead.
Yeah, I'm seeing a little frustration from Allderdice.
And a good job stepping in there by number 10, Kira Coleman. An offensive foul, and once again, that's going to be foul trouble for Camille Andrews as they had 3 straight possessions getting it into her. This time, Allderdice doing a good job of stepping in and taking the offensive foul. So here we go, Allderdice with the ball. Slowing it down, Emma Waite telling them to compose themselves, take the last shot, and maybe create a little momentum with the buzzer beater. Waite dishes it to Murray. Murray passes up on the shot, but a hard foul and a foolish foul there by the Bulldogs. Fouling the jump shooter, so with 7 seconds left, she'll go to the line for 2.
Last thing they want is to be giving up free throw shots right now.
We'll see if Murray can convert from the charity stripe. The first, no good. Ricochets off iron, so a chance to split the pair here and move it to a 14-point lead for Allderdice. Murray long on the second attempt, so maybe a good foul there for the Bulldogs, but they give it right back, and yet another foul, and that should.
0.5 seconds remaining.
Nope, just 6 fouls now for Westinghouse, so not quite in the bonus for Allderdice, but that means we will have a lot of free throws in the fourth quarter. And a chance with 0.5 seconds, we'll get what will be a half-court heave here by Sophia North. She gets it in, puts it up on time, almost banked it home, but won't get it to go. So the end of the third quarter, the score 36-23. And once again, we'd like to introduce you to our sponsors for today's game, starting with Maggie Jason's Listing. Looking for a realtor to work hard for you? You found her. Maggie Jason's listings encompass staging, professional photography, information boxes with top-grade promo cards, open houses, target marketing. To learn more about her featured listings, call 412-999-9528. We'd also like to introduce the Hill District Federal Credit Union. The Hill District Federal Credit Union has serviced the community for almost 50 years. Our purpose is to improve the financial health of our members so that we are not just surviving, but thriving. For more information on how to become a member, please stop in at 2021 Center Avenue, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or give us a call at 412-281-0822. And finally, we'd like to remind you to check out Wilson's Night Out. Come to Wilson's Night Out not just for a night out, but for an experience of Caribbean cuisine. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. with specialty drinks. Looking for that certain room to host parties, meetings, social events, receptions, repasts, and more? Wilson's Night Out is the place to be. And just in time as we start the final quarter of play, so just 8 minutes to decide the City League champion here for Pittsburgh Public Schools. Allderdice comes into the quarter with a 13-point lead, 36-23, as Emma Waite hits the deck once again and comes up limping, favoring that right leg. Going inside was Sophia North. She's going to take hard contact. She goes to the ground as well and has a chance for 2 at the line. So, Laurent, we've seen 3 quarters now from this Westinghouse Bulldogs team. What do you think they need to do here in the fourth with just 7:38 remaining to get back into this one and possibly take the lead for a championship attempt?
In the fourth, I believe, they should, cause a lot of turnovers this time around and win off fast break points. Try not to draw as many fouls, at least fouls as you can, at least fouls as you can.
And on the other side, going to the free throw line could pay huge dividends for the Bulldogs as that stops the clock and gives them chance for free points. Sophia North doing a good job of converting at the line there. So the lead back up to 15, 38-23 in favor of the Dragons of Allderdice High School, looking for their second consecutive City League championship. And before Westinghouse can get into their offensive set, we're going to get a traveling violation. That one's called on LaDeja Floyd. And now we've been waiting for it, but some full court pressure here from the Bulldogs. It's going to be soft pressure with the man-to-man. And just like that, it creates a turnover, exactly what you're looking for by switching up the tempo on an offense. And now we're going to get a foul on Myasia Stephen. And just like that, in the bonus, this will slow the game down. You talked about not fouling. That's exactly what they do already in the bonus with now 8 team fouls. It's going to be a chance for easy points for the Dragons.
This will just give up lots of points to just help Allderdice gain the lead. If Westinghouse wants to come back, they gotta buckle down.
being in the bonus is really going to be tough for him, because usually when you're coming from behind, you turn up and amp up the aggressive nature of your defense. It's going to be hard to do that with this team already being in the one in the bonus and just one foul away from being in the double bonus. So Sophia North, after hitting her first two, she's going to split the pair there. Gets one of two. Let's see if Westinghouse can answer on the offensive side. Thought about stepping into the three. A nice extra pass. Gets it. Corner three. Good. That's number 12, Makita Logan.
Really good way to set up for the three-point shot.
A good unselfish move there by Erin Bowen. She had to look at it, but a better shot in the corner there.
Really good defense.
That was DeJohnny Glover deflecting that jump shot attempt.
Just as I was saying, caused a lot of turnovers here.
Chance to bring it within 10 points here. Going to the hoop, forces it up, but will draw the foul. It's going to be a shooting foul. And DeJohnny Glover, she's been quiet throughout this game, but finding a little bit of life here in the final quarter of play. Chance to bring it to an 11-point game here at the foul line. So DeJohnny Glover, no good on the first free throw attempt. As Piper Reck will check back in just for the second time today. She didn't make an appearance in the semifinal game against the Carrick Raiders, so making her first playoff action here in the championship game. As Glover rolls in the second free throw, brings her team within 12 points. Sydney Lightning, a nice look under the basket and getting the defender to jump, and a foul called, so back to the line go the Dragons.
Right now, Westinghouse cannot afford much mistakes.
So Sydney Lightning at the free throw line. She's only a sophomore for this Allderdice team, so loads of potential for her as she has 2 more years of basketball following this season. We're coming down in crunch time here in the final quarter of play. 6:16 remaining. And Lightning on the 1-and-1, unable to convert, misses the first. And here comes Westinghouse fast on the break. Bowen spins, gets the foul, and will go back to the line. So just what the doctor ordered here for the Bulldogs. Clock stopped and a chance for free points. Now Camille Andrews checking in. I believe she has 4 fouls. So she'll have to be careful not to get that 5th and foul out here in the championship game. Once again, we'd like to remind you to join us here at the conclusion of the 4th period, as we'll have a chat with both coaches and players from the Westinghouse and Allderdice teams. And after that, we'll be bringing it right back with coverage of the men's championship division matchup here for the City League final between Allderdice and Obama Academy. Emma Waite zigzagging through the defense, trying to do a little bit too much. She has it poked away, and now another fast break for the Bulldogs, but they give it right back. And Emma Waite, with no one in front of her, is going to get an easy deuce on the lay-in. Sometimes when you take the risk that the Bulldogs are willing to take here on the offensive end to create good baskets, you're just not going to have anyone back. And that's how you can see teams extend their lead in the 4th quarters when they're up big. Reck tried the Euro step, but trying to get a little bit too fancy with it. Going to be called for the traveling violation. You got to give all the credit to Emma Waite. You can tell she's battling through a little bit of pain and fatigue here. Getting up the court with a heavy limp, but she's definitely not letting up, trying to get her team their 2nd straight championship. So a nice feed from Andrews and to Glover. She's going to go to the foul line where she hit 1 of 2 her last time there.
This is really good. They have to take advantage of these free throw shots. Free throw shots can definitely win a game.
So getting the result for her team on the first free throw attempt. The score 41-28 with 5:03 left here in the fourth.
Drawing a lot of fouls could definitely take advantage of the clock here in the fourth quarter.
So Glover once again will split her 2 free throw attempts, and another push ahead for Waite, and she's going to hit the deck once again. Gets rolled over by the defender, but that means more free throws here for the Dragons. So we see the knee pad there on Waite. It looks like she needs a full body armor suit the way she's been going to the ground.
Yeah, definitely. It can cause a lot of brush burns, but, you know, she fights through them. I just hope she can just continue to last.
Emma Waite. Basketball at the Rochester Institute of Technology in Rochester, New York. Here's the free throw by the 5.
The first one by Waite is put up and good. So extending the lead now 42-28 as that lead continues to grow for Allderdice. And that's 10 fouls here in the second half for the Bulldogs. So the free throw struggles continue for both teams, and that'll now put the Bulldogs in the bonus with 7 fouls charged to Allderdice. So a chance to slow down the game here. And we could be in for a pretty long fourth quarter with both teams well into the bonus.
Yeah, definitely. Drawing a lot of fouls on both sides of the ball.
And it looks like blood on the hand of Kira Coleman, so she's going to check out and get that all patched up. And what a replacement to have. Nautica Burwell checking back into the game. She's questionably been one of the top players of this game for Allderdice. And so the one and the bonus, they're going to miss on the first one. And now a foul. We'll take it right back as we're going to go back and back with free throw attempts. So Sydney Lightning at the free throw line. She has 6 points. Makes it 7 there on the first one. Pure, nice looking shot there from the free throw line.
And it's 43-28 Allderdice. Allderdice scored the first 9 points of the game. Also scored 18 of the first 20 of the contest. Second free throw not good. Hard off the rim.
And this fan base for Westinghouse behind us certainly into the game, chirping at the coach for Allderdice.
Yeah, they're definitely very loud and definitely intact and active with the game.
And as we've seen the past 4 possessions, back to the free throw line we go. Both teams struggling from the charity stripe. It's going to be a 1-and-1 here for the Bulldogs. And finally, they get to convert there. Epperson rattles it in. So Emma Waite will be checking out of the game. Sophia North coming back in. And Erin Bowens, a starter for this Bulldog team, getting ready to check back in for the free throw shooter. As she makes the second, which means she'll find her way back to the bench as Bowens checks in. A 13-point lead here for Allderdice with 4:40 remaining. Certainly plenty of time for a comeback. As Westinghouse, it looks like, is going to amp up their defensive pressure, playing some deny, man-to-man, full-court D.
They must be careful playing that man-to-man D, drawing fouls. With them being in a bonus, it's definitely not helpful, but they must be careful.
Piper Reck zigzagging through the defense, gets it to Nautica Burwell, sent away in the emphatic deflection, return to Cinder, and she comes back now on the offensive side, puts it up. Thought she had contact, but now it'll be out of bounds called. Dejanay Glover thought she got fouled. Will now head for a baseline inbounds. Kick out, corner three up. No good off back iron. 50-50 ball for the rebound. And now a 2-on-1 for Allderdice. Nautica Burwell puts it up. The foul called, so she'll go to the line for two. So a great opportunity there for the Bulldogs. Just couldn't convert on the offensive side after getting a pair of good looks. So here in the fourth period, the scoreboard operator is definitely getting his money's worth with a stoppage in play back-to-back for free throw attempts.
Seems as Dice has a lot of good free throw shooters. Westinghouse might want to slow down with the fouls. They can't take much more.
And so we're going to get a 30-second timeout called by the Dragons of Allderdice. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsor for the game, Maggie Jason's Listings. Looking for a realtor to work hard for you? You found her. Maggie Jason's Listings encompass staging, professional photography, information boxes with top-grade promo cards, open houses, and target marketing. To learn more about her featured listings, call 412-999-9528. We'd also like to remind you to check out Wilson's Night Out. Come to Wilson's Night Out, not just for a night out, but for an experience of Caribbean cuisine. Happy hour Monday through Friday, 5 to 7 p.m. with specialty drinks. Looking for that certain room to host parties, meetings, social events, receptions, repasts, and more. Wilson's Night Out is the place to be, and they'll have a show Saturday, February 15th featuring Ty Mack. $20, first drink included, kitchen open, and group parties available.
And be sure to check out Pittsburgh's Boxing Golden Glove Live, Monroeville Mall, February 22nd and February 29th.
The Roxamore Sports Network will be there at the Monroeville Mall. Should be a good venue for boxing. And Glover making her impact once again. A nice step through down in the post. Gets it to go off glass. So back to a 13-point lead for Allderdice, 45-32. 3.5 left in the fourth. Rec thought about the step-back three. Probably a good idea to pass that one away. Nasty crossover, but a turnover. Brooklyn Jones had a nice move there initially, but just a little bit off the mark on the pass attempt.
Gotta finish those.
So the turnover gives it back to the Bulldogs. Emma Waite checking back in for the team in white and green. Oh, and picked away, pulled it right out of her pocket, and here comes the fast break run and gets it to go. Brooklyn Jones, too easy on the fast.
They can't give up a lot of fast break points. It'll only create a bigger lead for Allderdice.
And another near turnover there for the Bulldogs, and a jump ball before the timeout could be called. And possession's going to stick with the Bulldogs anyways, so probably good they didn't use that timeout. That sends back in Kira Coleman. Once again, we are here live on the Roxamore Sports Network for the Pittsburgh Public City League Championship here from the Peterson Events Center as a baseline jumper off the mark. And here comes Allderdice once again, a 3-on-1. Emma Waite, no commitment by the defender, just too easy. She's going to do it herself. Once again, Lightning with the good defense, a 2-on-1. Waite once again with the left hand. This time can't get it to go, and out of bounds. Possession sticking with the Dragons. And it looks like the Bulldogs of Westinghouse running out of time here. Down 49-32, a 17-point lead for Allderdice as Burwell will check back in. They toss it up to Burwell. Now Jones slows it down, trying to work a move on Glover.
Westinghouse is going to have to be very strategic with these last 2 minutes left in the quarter.
And with no shot clock here in PIAA basketball, a chance here for Allderdice to really just hold it around the perimeter as they're going to take it inside and get the easy deuce. A nice look. Assist from Emma Waite inside to Kira Coleman. And now a three-point attempt. Nice looking shot there by LaDeja Floyd. And the Bulldogs needed that, but they needed it about 5 minutes ago to create a little run. It's looking like it's going to be too late here, but still great fight by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, for Westinghouse to pull this one off, it'll have to be a miracle. I don't see this happening with Allderdice being able to hold the ball. I think, they just have to just finish hard.
About 90 seconds left here. In the final quarter of play, the City League Championship, Allderdice looking for back-to-back championships in this region. And it's going to be another foul, so a chance for free points at the line for Sophia North. Once again, we'd like to remind you at the conclusion of this game, we'll be having a chat with coaches and players before we get ready for the men's division game. Coming to you live from the Peterson Event Center. That game's starting right around 2 o'clock. So we know Westinghouse is going to fight. Let's see if they continue to jack up the threes. They will. No good. So another three-point attempt with time ticking down. That one from NBA range, rolled in and out. Had a nice look at it, and now Emma Waite is going to dribble it out. But a foul called, really not going to make much of a difference, but it will stop the clock with 38.1 remaining. So Waite continues to grow her scoring at the free throw line where she's found most of her points. We saw in the semifinals she really dominated from beyond the arc. I believe she only has one three-point attempt today that she missed. She's been doing most of her scoring in the paint. And it looks like Camille Andrews will check out of the game, filled with emotions, as this will be the last time she will check out as a Bulldog. So time ticking down here, and it will be an Allderdice victory. The score is yet to be determined, with both teams still battling hard, as we're going to get another foul, stopping the clock, and going to the line once again will be Glover.
This has definitely been a good game by both teams. Both teams played very hard.
So Glover unable to capitalize, and now getting some substitutions to check into the game. We'll get Tasha Davis-Ramsey checking in for the first time, as Glover misses the first, hits the second, and now we'll see if the Bulldogs will just let the Dragons of Allderdice hold it around the perimeter. The final seconds of play as they dish it out to Waite. So we will get an end result here in the City League Championship. The final score, the Allderdice Dragons 57 and the Westinghouse Bulldogs 36. The team in white and green, the Allderdice Dragons, will reign victorious as the City League champions. So once again, we're going to take a quick break here on the Roxamore Sports Network, and we'll bring you right back for post-game pressers here with both teams. Stay tuned. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here to the Roxamore Sports Network. I'm here with the head coach of the Westinghouse Bulldogs, Phyllis Jones. Coach Jones, your team came out, put up a great fight. What are you most proud of here in your team's quest for a championship?
That we made it back to the City League Championship. Proud of that.
And a lot of emotions for your players. Of course, a lot of seniors playing their last games. What are you most proud of your team and mostly your individual players that have fought hard for you for 4 years?
Still fighting, fought through. We had a lot of injuries. We had ACL tears, we had ankle tears, all that kind of stuff. So fighting back through the injuries.
Okay, and you made it to the championship this year. What's your goal for your team next year? Obviously, there's a lot of time before that, but you got to have goals, of course, going into the offseason.
Always have goals. So we have to rebuild. We're losing 6 seniors, so we have to rebuild, look around what we have, and go with that.
All right, well, Coach Jones, we thank you for joining us here. Good luck throughout the next season, and we'll see you next year. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back here on the Roxamore Sports Network with more interviews. We'll see you there. Hello and welcome back to the Roxamore Sports Network. We're here with the champion, Nautica Burwell. Nautica, your team came out after winning the championship last year. What was your game plan coming in here against Westinghouse?
Since we played them before, within the season, we just know how they play. They're a little aggressive like us. They play a lot like us. But we kind of knew with their 2-3 that we have and how strong we are with them that we could clog that big girl Camille, shut that down and get through with it.
And, of course, a senior this year. What are your plans going into the offseason, and is college ball in your future?
Yes, of course. I am committing soon, now I can make it public, to Bethany College. Also, off-season, I'll just be in the gym trying to get up for college, trying to get ready. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you heard it here, going to Bethany College, Nautica Burwell. Nautica, thank you for joining us today, and good luck through the rest of your career.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with LaRon Rockymore with another interview with Emma Waite. Stay tuned.
Trouble can find anyone. At Frank Walker Law, we take the time to understand your situation and work tirelessly on your behalf. Hard-hitting representation when you need it the most. A real law firm getting real results.
First.
Just winging it.
Okay. Okay. Here with player number 3 from Allderdice. What's your name?
Emma Waite.
This is Emma Waite. She just played a championship game for Allderdice. You're a senior, right?
Yes.
How you feel?
I feel great. It's awesome. 3 in a row. It's
3 in a row?
we wanted. Yeah.
Everything you wanted?
Well, not everything. We still want to go make a run at states, but everything we wanted for the city. Go undefeated.
So y'all went undefeated this time?
Yes. 2 years in a row.
So you want to continue to play ball?
Yeah, I'm playing D3 basketball at RIT.
RIT?
Yeah, Rochester Institute of Technology.
Okay, so you excited about that?
Yeah.
And you plan on taking them to the championships too?
Yeah, if I can, that's the plan.
I'm glad to hear that. You played a great game today.
Thank you.
I'm happy to see you, take it to the top. I'm glad to see y'all take it to the top. Y'all got the trophy now. What you plan on doing? Y'all gonna celebrate?
Yeah, we're gonna stay, watch our boys' team, then celebrate tonight.
Okay. Well, I'm glad. Well, thank you for your time, and I'm glad to see that you won. You did your thing.
Thank you.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I'll see you around. All right, here with number 2 from Allderdice. What's your name?
Brooklyn Jones.
This is Brooklyn Jones. She just played a good game from just at the Peterson Event Center championship game. How you feel?
I feel good. No three-peat. I'm really happy ending out the senior year on a good note. Well, we're not ending the senior year, but we're ending the city on a good note.
So, how do you think you did in the game?
I could have done better, but at the end of the day, it was about the win. So I might have had my struggles, but other people came through, so it was fine.
Y'all definitely had good chemistry playing in the game. Do you think, that not only could you have done better, like, what do you think that you will take with you from this game and improve on?
Definitely keeping my head, keeping my aggression, making sure I'm always looking to score throughout the game. I feel like there was times where I was lax, and I kind of sat back when I should have tried to help the team score a little bit more. And that's about it.
Well, to us, you play really good. Do you you plan on continuing this your basketball career?
Yes.
Where do you want to continue your basketball career at?
I'll be playing at Niagara University.
Niagara University?
Yes.
And how far you want to go with that? You want to WNBA or?
I mean, it's possible. I'd like to play overseas. That's something that's really interesting me. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, you played a good game. I'm glad to see that you made it. You got the win. Y'all the champs. Y'all undefeated.
Yes.
Hey, that's all you can ask for,
Exactly.
Well, thank you for your time. And this is LaRon with Roxamore Sports Network. Thank you for your time, and we'll be right back.
We'd like to welcome you back here to the Roxamore Sports Network. A reminder that up next we have the Men's Basketball City League Championship, where it'll once again be the Allderdice Dragons taking on the Obama Academy Eagles. Signing off for now, I'm Travis Newton. We'll be right back shortly with the start of the Men's Division City League Championship. We'll see you there.